Hi, I'm noticeably from LUMOplay, and I'm really excited to share our new projector with you. We've been using the same interactive wall projector in the lab for a pretty long time now, and while it still works, we've noticed that it doesn't look that great in videos. So we decided that this year for Christmas we would buy ourselves a brand new projector. And the projector that I've chosen is from a new line offered by BenQ. If you've been with us for a little while, you probably know that most of the projectors that we feature in our lab are from Epson, and that's because Epson's been a really amazing supporter of our company. But for the new wall installation, I wanted to test something that was made specifically for immersive installations, because this is a projector that I've actually been recommending for quite a few projects, and so I thought that it was a good time to test it out myself. Hi, Meg from the future here. I am just popping in to give you some information that I think you should have now instead of having to wait till the very end of the video to get it. And one of the things that I wanted to say is I love the projector. So if you're just here for a review, there are a couple things that really bothered me about it. One is the power bar is crazy. There's an external power adapter that is too big and hard to install, and the cable attaching to it is too short to kind of put it away somewhere. So that was something that kind of bothered me about it. And the other thing was I could not find a safety mechanism for the laser. On a lot of laser projectors, if something gets between the projection and the surface that it's projecting on and interrupts and causes a shadow, or there's usually some kind of sensor that will turn that projector off, and this doesn't seem to have that. So if you are installing this in a place where people are going to be standing directly in line with the projection and it's going to be hitting them in the face, I don't feel like it's super safe for that. But for professional installations in environments that are controlled, I think it's a really good pick. The projector itself is awesome, the image quality is amazing, and it seems very consistent now 3 months later, now that we've had it installed for a while. And I also wanted to add that up until this point, all of the projectors that we've had in our lab have been donated by Epson, and they've all been really great. I don't have anything bad to say about any of them. The before and afters that you're about to see are not a fair comparison, because the projector that we had installed before was a donation, and it's a much less expensive projector. So what you're gonna see basically is a comparison between a projector that cost very little, like under $1,000, and a projector that costs several $1,000s. And that brings me to my last point that I wanted to put in here, just in case I forget to mention it sometime later on in the video. The only reason that we were able to buy this projector is because of the support of our community. And we really, really appreciate that. We've been doing this type of work for about 16 years. And this is the first time that we've ever been able to buy brand new gear to put in a professional installation and evaluate something that we've recommended to other customers. Normally we rely on our customers to tell us if the things that they're buying are working out so that we can recommend them to other people. We've never really been able to invest in gear ourselves because our mandate has always been to keep prices as low as possible for our customers. So thank you so much for watching these videos and sharing them, and for supporting us and supporting the wider community. It's thanks to you that we're able to do things like this, and we're really grateful. So the reason that I wanted to shoot this video is because this has been sitting in my lab for a couple days now, and I haven't been able to open it. I wanted to make sure that I caught the unboxing on video. So without any further ado, let's get this guy open. A few additional facts about this projector. Because it has a laser light source, it will last about 20,000 hours, which is about 10 years of everyday 9 to 5 use. So it's a great option for museums or science centers or schools that plan on having their interactive installation or any projector installation running every single day. It's not a huge projector, but it's not super tiny. Here's the power cable and the remote. Oh, I really like to look at the remotes first. To me, a sign of a good projector is a good remote. Yeah, look at that. That's so nice. It includes a lot of the features that I like. The blank feature is one of my favorites, that turns your projector light off without turning the entire unit off. It also has a quick install. It's got apparently a single button for edge blending multiple projectors, which might be something we have an opportunity to do next year. So yeah, so far, very impressed with the quality of the remote. My very first projector was a BenQ projector. I bought it at a pawn shop in Winnipeg. Here's the batteries and the quick start guide and the thing that keeps it from being wet that you shouldn't eat. This is a much bigger power supply than I'm used to seeing with projectors. This is the first thing that I've seen in this box that I do not like, because when you're mounting, let me get it out of here. When you're mounting a projector, having a big power supply like this where the adapter is outside of the projector, it might explain why this projector is as small as it is that this is external. That in and of itself isn't terrible, but the fact that there's no mounting bracket or holes on this means that I'm gonna have to make some sort of a custom solution, because I can't have this dangling down from my ceiling. Take a look at the projector itself. So this is a short throw projector, which has about a 0.5 throw. So a very big image from a very short distance is basically what that means. You can tell by this big old bubble bulb. It has a mirror system inside of it, which is going to blow up the image. So you don't have to have the projector as far from the wall as you would with a normal lens projector. This is going to reduce a lot of the shadows on our wall because we'll be able to mount it closer to our wall. The projector itself weighs about 7.5 pounds, so it's compatible with a universal projector mount. And yeah, like I'm going to test it out and see how I feel about how it looks and whether or not it is going to improve our videos, and see if it'll fit with the mount that we got and how the entire installation looks. But so far, I like everything except this. This is silly. So I love this projector. I think it's going to be a huge, huge improvement over what we currently have. I'm really happy with the brightness. The only thing I can't stand is this. I don't understand why this wouldn't have been built directly into the projector. And a couple other things to note that I think are really important if you're looking at buying this projector, which, as I mentioned before, is designed specifically for simulations. They mention golf simulators a lot on their website and on their marketing, but it didn't appear to have a laser safety shutoff, which means that if you're setting this projector up in a way where it's going to hit people in the eye at all, it's not safe. I can look into whether or not that's a feature I can enable, but it did not come enabled, and it's definitely not something that you want too bright and it's laser and you don't want it in people's eyes. Other than that, I think it's fantastic, and in my situation, nobody's going to be hit in the eyes with this because it's a wall projection. The projector is going to be well above eye level, and all of the games that we have set up, you stand away from the wall to play. So it's perfect for what we need, and I would highly recommend it for professional installations, for especially immersive and interactive displays. Thanks for watching. I am really grateful for how supportive our community has been this year. You made it possible for us to upgrade our wall system and continue providing high quality videos showing you how to make interactive installations. If you want to get in touch with me about your project, you can reach me at info@lumoplay.com. I answer every message, every comment, so if you just want to leave a comment, and please, if you liked this video, hit like. And remember that all of the videos, all the reviews that I do about hardware We are buying this stuff ourselves. We're not sponsored, and we will always recommend products that we've either tested ourselves or that we know that our community members have tested and that they love. I'd love to hear about your projects, and I look forward to seeing what everyone in the community does in the new year. I'll be back next week with another video.